Today, I'm tackling a topic that can save you a ton of money and a lot of stress if you're thinking about making a move to Hampton Roads, Virginia. I'm talking about the hidden expenses that often catch newcomers by surprise. Trust me, nobody wants to get blindsided by extra costs after you've already spent time, energy, and cash settling into your new home. So stick around, because we're going to dive deep into everything from HOA fees to flood insurance, tolls, commuting costs, and more. Before we jump in, remember, if you have plans to buy or sell here in Hampton Roads or the surrounding area, or if you just want more information, all my contact information is in the description below. Call, text, or email anytime. I'm here to make your move as simple and stress-free as possible while educating you in the process. Let's kick things off with HOA fees. In Hampton Roads, a lot of neighborhoods have homeowners associations, and these fees can range anywhere from less than $50 all the way up to $500 or maybe even more per month, depending on the community's amenities and location. Waterfront or luxury neighborhoods typically have higher fees to cover everything from maintaining community pools to keeping those private beaches pristine. Plus, you'll want to keep an eye out for special assessments. These are one-off charges for major projects like dock repairs or bulkhead replacements in waterfront communities. If you're budgeting for your new home, don't forget to factor this in. The last thing you want is a surprise bill in your mailbox. Of course, when you work with me, you'll get all the HOA or condo association information ahead of time. You'll know what you're getting into, and you'll know what the monthly fee is before even putting in an offer. Moving on to a huge topic for Hampton Roads, flood insurance. Because our area is known for its low-lying coastal plains, many homeowners are required to carry flood insurance. Premiums here typically range anywhere from about $500 to about $2,000 per year. And it all depends on your flood zone. Living near the water can be a dream, but make sure you're prepared for the extra cost. It's also a great idea to consult the FEMA flood maps, which I'll link in the description below, or speak with a local insurance agent. Reach out to me and I'll refer you to an expert to see what zone your prospective home falls into. Even if your lender doesn't strictly require it, flood insurance can be a lifesaver in a region where hurricanes and nor'easters are just a part of life. We can't talk about hidden costs in Hampton Roads without addressing toll roads and tunnel fees. If you regularly commute across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel or through the Downtown or Midtown Tunnels and soon to be the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, as well as other express lanes, those daily tolls can add up fast. Some commuters report spending anywhere from $50 to $200 a month just in tolls. $200 might be a little excessive, but if someone drives for a living and has to make multiple trips through toll areas, they can definitely add up. Just make sure you factor this into your transportation budget, especially if your job or your favorite spots are on the other side of a bridge or tunnel. One tip, look into Easy Pass discounts or off-peak rates to minimize your toll expenses. Of course, for your convenience, that website is linked below, along with the toll rates. Another hidden cost that surprises new residents is the utility bills. Hampton Roads cities often have higher water bills because of municipal fees and service charges. Plus, the hot, humid summers mean you'll be running the AC a lot, which can skyrocket your electric bill in July and August. In fact, I'd count on it. And don't forget about heating during the occasionally chilly winters. It might not be New England cold, but you'll still notice a spike. Part of the reason is that the insulation in many homes around here isn't rated as high as it is in homes up north, so we need to heat a little more. A good rule of thumb is to check out each city's average utility rates or ask the future neighbors or even the seller of the home you're buying about their monthly bills to get a clearer picture. A less glamorous but super important cost is pest control. The humid climate is a breeding ground for termites, mosquitoes, and other bugs. A lot of residents here, myself included, opt for monthly or quarterly pest control plans, which can cost between $30 and $60 a month or around $400 a year if you pay for an annual prevention plan. That might sound like an extra expense, but in this region, especially if you live near the water, you'll be glad you paid it. Termite damage alone can be extremely costly if left unchecked, much more expensive than the annual prevention costs. Next, even beyond tolls, commuting costs can be higher than you might expect here. Gas prices in some parts of Hampton Roads hover above the national average, and our mix of traffic congestion and ongoing road construction can lead to more wear and tear on your vehicle. Plan to budget a bit more for maintenance, tires, and fuel if you're commuting regularly on 64 or traveling between cities like Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and Chesapeake. Of course, that does depend on where you're coming from. If you're coming from certain areas, the road conditions may be a welcome reprieve, and you might actually save some money on maintenance and tires. Next, let's talk about property taxes. Every city, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Portsmouth, Hampton, Newport News, has its own tax rate. While the differences may seem small at first glance, they can significantly impact your monthly mortgage payment, especially if you're buying a higher valued home or looking near the water. Waterfront properties often carry steeper property tax assessments due to prime real estate valuations. So, if you're torn between two homes in different cities, comparing property taxes might help you decide which location is truly more affordable in the long run. Remember, between principal, interest, and insurance, property taxes make up the last part of your monthly mortgage payment, assuming you're financing the purchase. As with HOA fees, you'll know the approximate current property taxes prior to submitting an offer. But homes are reassessed every year, so your tax amount could fluctuate up or down, which would mean your total mortgage payment could fluctuate up and down also. For families moving to Hampton Roads with kids, school-related costs can sneak up on you. Different districts may charge registration fees, and if your child gets into advanced programs or academies, you might be looking at extra expenses for materials or field trips. Just make sure to check each school district's policies so you're not caught off guard when those back-to-school bills roll in. Now, if you've never lived near the ocean or the bay, you might not realize how saltwater corrosion can affect your home and your car. The salty air and coastal winds can wear down HVAC systems, exterior siding, even metal fixtures on your property. Plus, lawns in Hampton Roads, especially in more suburban areas, can be a little bit larger, which means lawn maintenance costs and time add up. Not to mention the pest control I mentioned a little earlier. Just keep a little extra in your home maintenance budget to deal with repairs specific to coastal living. We also have some unique lifestyle costs here in Hampton Roads. If you're big into boating or beach activities, you might spend extra on annual beach parking permits, boating memberships, or specialized gear like kayaks and fishing equipment. I know fishing equipment can get pretty expensive. While these aren't mandatory expenses, many people move here for that coastal lifestyle. And with that lifestyle comes added monthly or yearly fees. It's fun, but it can get expensive if you're not planning for it. If you're enjoying these tips and want a more personalized breakdown of costs in your future neighborhood, all my contact info is in the description below. I'd be happy to guide you through the ins and outs of Hampton Roads. And don't forget to hit that like button if you're finding this video helpful. It really supports my channel. Now, let's wrap everything up with some actionable advice you can use right now. First, research flood zones. Check FEMA maps, the link is in the description, and talk to an insurance agent, reach out for a referral, to know if you need flood insurance and how much it would cost. For HOAs, ask for the HOA fees up front so you're not blindsided by them. Again, if you work with me, I'm going to reach out to that HOA and find out how much they are per month, and whether you pay per month or quarterly or yearly. Next, plug your commute routes into toll calculators so you understand your monthly driving costs. I've linked one toll calculator in the description below, but I know there's plenty of them online that you can find. Consult a local expert, whether it's a real estate agent or a neighbor. Local insight is priceless for uncovering city-specific taxes, school fees, and more. So there it is. Hidden expenses you need to be aware of before moving to Hampton Roads. We covered HOA fees, flood insurance, tolls, property taxes, and a whole lot more. If you found this video helpful and you want to learn more about life here in Hampton Roads, I post new videos like this every single week. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone you know who's thinking about making the move. And remember, my contact information is in the description. Feel free to reach out if you need help with buying, selling, or just getting a clearer picture of what life is really like at Hampton Roads. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.